Hey, so today I'm going to be doing a book review on a Christmas book that I recently read. And I've had one that I've read for a couple years in a row already, but something wasn't right about it. It felt like it wasn't Christmassy enough, or it just didn't bring back like those nostalgic feelings of, past Christmases when you would get all cozy with your family and your mom would put on a heater because she doesn't have a fireplace, and just to kind of give it that warm effect. And then you'd open presents, you'd play Christmas music, you know, like a couple years ago before COVID. So I was looking around one day for a book, and there was only one copy left, and it just screamed out that it needed to be mine. So it's Mr. Dickens and his Carol. You know how they always say that you can't judge a book by a cover, but I think you really can when it's a good cover. This one got me, and it just kind of gave that old warm and fuzzy feeling that I was looking for. So I was dragging it around with me from my room to the living room, reading it when I could, and my roommate looked at it. And I could tell by her expression she was feeling the same feelings I was when I first saw it. She looked down at it and she just kind of said, "Oh, a top hat. Oh, it looks like a Christmas book. What is it about? Is it any good?" My answer was yes, it's amazing. And now that I've completely finished it, it really held true to the very, very end. It is a fiction book, so it's not really about Charles Dickens, but you kind of follow him in writing The Christmas Carol. And the book he was writing in the beginning wasn't doing so well, and his publishers were telling him since Christmas is coming up, he should write a Christmas book. At first, he was reluctant. He really didn't want to do it. He loved the character he just wrote, and so he was kind of dragging his feet about it to begin with. And even though this is completely fiction and it's not really Charles Dickens in the book, it kind of feels like it is. Like he would kind of have this type of personality. And so it's really fun to read because it feels like you're really reading about him. And you're just going through life with him, and he's trying to figure out how to write this book. And he doesn't really know what it's going to be about. He doesn't have any clue what it is, but you follow him, and it's just so amazing. And you find these characters, and as he's meeting these people, you could kind of tell he's thinking about using them. And it's so fun all the way through. If you're a fan of Charles Dickens or The Christmas Carol in general, I mean, really, who isn't? Then I highly recommend this book. I thought it was new when I first picked it up just because I never saw it before. But yeah, it's not really new. It's been out at least 2 years now. I think about 2 years. But it's the first time I ever saw it, and I'm so glad I picked it up when I did because I read it pretty fast. I think it took me about like maybe 2 weeks, and that's in between doing Christmas stuff and working and making videos for you guys. So yeah, I couldn't put it down. So I highly recommend it if you're a fan of Christmas Carol at all. Who doesn't love a good Scrooge story? But this one is definitely very entertaining. If it weren't so close to Christmas already and December just started when I finished it, I probably would have read it again. I recently just passed it on to my roommate so she can read it too. But that's my Christmas book recommendation if you guys are looking for one. If you like reading them around this time of year like I do, that's definitely a good one. See you next time. Bye.